you talk to somebody that's an entrepreneur that's had to be the one that opens the doors and closes the doors and makes payroll and does all that stuff, a lot of it's going to relate to what we do day in, day out. And, you know, the thing that I always say, and you guys know, it's what you do today determines tomorrow. You don't believe that about our business now, you will after today, I think, because I think Fred can show you a lot of things that are done by successful people and that if not done, just hang it up. So looking forward to this. It's going to be a little longer than our normal meeting, but if we need to take a break, Fred, or whatever, you know, for
we'll be out by noon.
I'm going to turn it over to him and go return a quick phone call from a manager real quick and join y'all. So,
thank you, Mike. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Great to be here, and this is familiar turf for me. You know, as Mike said, with St. Jude Dream Home, I spent a lot of time in and out of the studios, and I've known Pam and her connection to St. Jude, and it's just on a personal note, I just want to thank all of you in the stations for what you do for St. Jude and for so many organizations in the community. I mean, they couldn't move forward without the help of people like you and your stations and what you do. Why are you in business?
To make money.
To make money. I'm not interested.
Sure
I'm not interested in talking to you.
To help people.
To help people. You have a nonprofit?
No.
No. How do you help people?
Help them make more money for their
Why?
business.
Why
So
do you
they
want
can
to
make money and we
Why
can
do you
make
want to
money.
help people? What is your USP? What is different about the people in this room, each individual, than the people over at Cumulus? Cumulus, yeah. Okay.
That's interesting to say that because, you know, that's a question that we ask everybody that we do a CNA with is what's unique about you,
Right.
about your business.
And I
So
think
we never ask it of ourselves.
you've got to
Yeah.
do it. You got to do it for yourself.
Great point.
You know, how can you walk with somebody on a journey if you haven't walked the route yourself? How can you be a guide for them? You don't have to have been in business for yourself to possess that expertise. You are a franchisee of Townsquare Media. Do you ever think of your business that way? Who pays the rent? Here. Who pays the rent here? Townsquare Media. Who pays the utility bill? Who buys the coffee? Okay? Who pays for your environment? Who pays for your training? What do you have to come up with out of your pocket? Nothing. You are given a business enterprise here, and all you have to do is to go out and tell people why you do what you do and how it can benefit them. I owned a restaurant. I used to tell my wait staff, these 4 tables are your business franchise. I'll pay the insurance, I'll pay the lights, I'll pay everything, I'll buy the supplies. All you have to do is show up and give unparalleled service to the people who sit there. That's all you have to do. Do you see what you do as your own business enterprise? Or do you see it as Mike beating you over the head? Man, we got to get these numbers up. We got to do this. Sometimes I kind of get lost in that pool where Mike certainly has some objectives that need to be met to keep the doors open here. And he relies on you all to make that happen. I can't buy it in a vending machine. I can't go online and get it. I have to have a personal interaction with people in this room, or one of the people in this room, or 2 of the people in this room, in order to do that. When did paid advertising in radio begin? Raise your hand if you know the answer. Why not? This is what feeds you. This is what feeds your family. Don't you want to know the history? WEAF of New York, August 28th, 1921, 1921, sold the first radio spot to Queensboro Development. They were real estate development in New York. What is your movie? The movie is my role. My mission is to get people into coming through your doors, making your phone ring. doing business with you. The only way I can make you part of that, you got to buy some spots. You've got to buy a strategic package that targets that market and brings them in. The first thing I would encourage you to do, learn the history of your industry so you can share. And when you meet with a client, tell me how you got started in this business. And if you don't think people don't love to tell you and brag about how they got started or how their father or their grandfather or their great-grandfather started this business, everybody has a history, and they have a history that they're proud of. If not, their doors would be closed. Tell me about your history. You're basically saying, what makes you so proud to hang your shingle out here or to put this sign up and to invite people into your business? You try to mirror the person that you're with. You don't want to be up here and them down here, or vice versa. You want to make sure that if they're up here and you're here, you can kind of pull them down just a little bit to where you're on an even keel. Because if the energy levels are out of sync, nothing's going to get done, one way or the other. You can be the most passionate, the most present, the most persistent person, but if you're unable to pull that person up to that level or kind of dial it back a little bit for yourself, you're not going to make any headway. That's where you meet resistance. You can go to Cumulus and do what you're doing. Why are you here? What makes you unique? Why do I want to do business with you instead of Cumulus? A lot of times it's the perception of your client. When I had my restaurant, I did a lot of advertising on KPEL. Conrad Maxwell, those of you who remember Conrad. Conrad was a dear friend, and Conrad always put great strategies. I don't want to say packages, but great strategies. He told me when I should be advertising, and I said, well, do I need to do it? No, you don't need to do it then. He was always upfront, always honest with me, and I appreciated that relationship that we had.